Hello! Hi! Hi, my precious miracles. Welcome to the coffee side of space. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hello, hello! Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh. We're starting late today. Because I just recently got home from work. So, yeah. Sad corporate life. Am I right? But yeah, we're gonna yap a little bit today. I will keep the stream probably very short. I think we will not go any further than 2 hours. Also, I don't know what's up with my voice. I sound very, very raspy today. It's the perfect voice for Jinx. If I had to voice something for her today, but yeah, I just sound like that today. Isn't that wonderful? But yeah, we're going to chat a little bit about the movies. I will tell you guys my opinion on the TDC finally, because I was supposed to. I was supposed to talk about this on Sunday, but I had work. So, yeah. It is what it is. We're discussing it today. Hopefully. But if there are people who didn't watch it yet in the chat, let me know. And then we will probably avoid the discussion till further notice. And we will talk about something else instead. About another movie, for example, that I watched recently. 3 times, actually. I watched it 3 times because it was just that good. So maybe we will talk about that one. Or maybe we will talk about something else. Let me know what you're thinking. Okay, I see those numbers going up. Say hi in the chat. Let me see your beautiful nicknames. Okay. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm Mira, sinking from outer space, holding power to comfort us all with my voice. Today we're doing just chatting for a little bit because I recently got home from work and I decided that it's been a while since we talked. Actually, it was a while. Let me actually see when was the last time I streamed. I feel like, oh yeah, 13 days ago. Oh my gosh, hi Malka, hi. Why are you first? Maybe because you're my most devoted fan, and my beautiful friend. Hi, Polly. Oh, wait, I think I saw you before. Hi, welcome back. Evie! It's nice to see familiar faces. Let's go. Well, not really faces, guys. Nicknames. Trying my best to remember you all. Also, let me put my hair down. Apparently my head is tired and I just realized it. Oh my gosh. I really need to do a haircut at last. It's been like, I think 3 months since I was like, oh, actually it's spring and it's approaching summer, so I probably should cut my hair. So I usually cut my hair before winter and in the beginning of summer, or like and the end of spring, you know. So I cut it before winter to avoid it getting stuck in like a million layers of clothing, because it's like pretty cold here and we wear a lot of stuff. So it's like very annoying when you're trying to get somewhere and your hair is like, actually, let me show you how a fly feels in a net of a spider by like strangling you all over. So that's very annoying. So that's why I like cut my hair before winter. And then I cut it after winter because, well, your hair gets damaged from the cold weather. But yeah, that's the first little yap I have to present to you guys today. A yap about haircuts. Haircuts. I don't know what's going on with my mouth recently, but I started slushing my what? See? I started slushing my words so much in English. So I'm like, what am I even saying at this point? Remove scarf. Wrong. Scarf! See? I can't freaking talk! Oh! Oh, give me a second. Remove a scarf. Ron, it's wrapped on your hair now. Yes. And guys, consider that I do not wear my hair down in winter. It's me getting it braided, at least. So, like, the braid gets stuck and it's so freaking annoying. Hi, Jolie! Welcome! Your fork. No. My spoon, actually. I do not remember what the discussion was. When did I say fork? Ah, help! I cannot talk today. But yeah, guys, tell me. Spork. I love sporks, actually. Sporks are underrated. I feel like it's a very convenient cutlery piece. Is it called a cutlery? I think it is. Guys, I've been knowing English for more than 10 years. I think actually more than 15 at this point. And I am afraid that I do not know a lot of cutlery names. Like, okay, let me think. I know spoon, like tablespoon and teaspoon, right? Then we have fork, knife. What else? Okay, is kettle considered a cutlery? Probably not, but like kitchen stuff. No, actually I do know my cutlery. Okay. I just decided to talk down on myself, but apparently I'm good. You see, I have a funny story about cutlery and why I actually know all of it now. So back when I was young, back in my very, very young days, when I just arrived on Earth and has been not so long on it, right? I had a PE teacher who wanted to learn English, right? And since I was a very weak and very bullied kid, I tended to have like a piece of paper that said that I actually can not perform PE. And actually, I did have like some health problems. I had like my eye pressure was very high and my eyesight was dropping like rapidly. Which, like, Lord drop, guys, if you didn't know, I actually wear glasses. I cannot see. Also, speaking on that note, my eye hurts this whole day, and I don't know why. I'm so afraid that it's something like a tiny, tiny piece of needle got in there and is just like stuck because it moved from my eye down to my cheek and it still hurts. So, anyways, because of my high eye pressure, I could not like do a lot of sports that required like push-ups that required your blood pressure to like rush to your brain because that was kind of dangerous for my eyes. Anyways, you get the idea. I usually did not do PE, so I was just sitting on the bench doing my own stuff, like sitting on my phone or something. And this teacher decided that he wants to learn English. And one of his tasks for me was to go and make little notes, like sticky notes for all the cutlery pieces. Actually, like write down the names on the sticky notes so he could like go home and stick all these pieces of paper on his own cutlery so he would like see it and learn. So that's how I know. that's from there. From that time period, I know my cutlery pieces. So yeah. Prongs, tongs, cheese graters. I don't know what is a prong. I'm so sorry. I don't know what is prong. I love tongs. Yes. Yes. I actually ooh, is this too much of a lore drop? But like not a while ago, actually before the Chinese medicine craze, there was recently Chinese medicine craze on TikTok. Not like very recently, but maybe like a half year ago. So there was a Chinese medicine craze where girls from China. Oh, actually, I think it was when TikTok was temporarily banned and everyone moved on to Xiaohongshu, right? On the little red notes. Yes, that was from then. So all the Chinese girls started sharing recipes for Chinese period teas, you know? So you could like make your blood circulate more comfortable and like reduce the pains, you know what I'm talking about? So I actually knew some recipes before that. Um, and I bought specifically for that, for brewing my Chinese little herbal tea. I bought the sugar pieces, like crystallized, not like, you know, sugar that is in granules and then pressed together in a cube. No, like literal sugar cubes, like sugar pieces. Like, you know, like salt pieces that you get, like sea salt, but it was looking the same, but it was sugar, you know, basically. I don't know how to explain it. So I used, when I was brewing my Chinese teas, I bought specific little tongs that were like 10 centimeters long. These tongs are specifically for taking the sugar out of the packet and throwing it in the Chinese tea. I still have them. And I still have that packet of sugar because I tried it for a while and then I got bored because the cleanup is actually longer than brewing the tea. But yeah, I got used to the taste. At first, it was very weird, but then I found the like correct ratio, and actually, I started to like it. I feel like I need to start brewing this tea again. It is actually very good for your body. Yeah. No, not the Italian brain rot. No, 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 no. Back when I was young, dinosaur. Oh my god, guys! Slandering me like that. What are you doing? But anyways, probably just stress, hopefully. Try eye drops. It's like it's not a pain in the eye. Like for example, I do have a lot of times when my blood, what do you call them? Blood vessels? It's not vessel. Vessel is like a big thing. Let me Google the word. Maybe I am correct and it's all called vessels because English doesn't have a lot of words apparently. Yes, I was correct. It is called a vessel. So you have like a lot of vessels in your eyes, right? They're like very, very small. So I sometimes have a pain from them exploding in my eyes. Now, arteries is very big ones, like in your throat or on your thighs. Those are like the ones that if you cut them, you're done, basically. Yes, I didn't. I lack the correct word for that, but they, well, bleed. So I have a lot of times when my eyes are red. Does it hurt bad? It like stings a little bit, as if salt, like when you blink in salt water. Which I don't know if for a lot of you this like is a mild sensation, but for me when I tried to open my eyes in salt water, it was actually much worse than the sensation of the vessel exploding. So you see, that's why I didn't do pee. But nowadays I'm just sitting at my computer and I'm drawing a lot. That's why my eyes are so bad. So yeah, yes, they do explode. They can explode from the pressure. Mm. Tell you what, any vessel in your body can explode if you overstress it. So be careful. mm, mm, mm. But yeah, what was I talking about before I started ranting about my eyes? Oh my god, I cannot remember. I need to start, guys, whenever I'm doing Just Talking streams, I need to start writing down the topics that I start talking about, because sometimes I get so far away from them and I cannot remember where I started. I feel like I need to start doing that. But anyways, hi to all the new people. Don't be shy to say hi in the chat. If you're new here especially, hi. We're just yapping a little bit today. But yeah, tell me why I'm nothing but a heartbreak. I'm so sorry. No, but seriously, tell me, guys, are there any people in the chat who didn't watch the Amazing Digital Circus finale, the last episode? Did you guys watch it, or did you guys not watch it? Because depending on that, I will be starting a discussion on that. So I need to know. Stay far away from your PC and use this. I forgot its name. A magnifying glass. I feel like it is a magnifying glass. Let me see. I feel like it is. Oh my gosh. Yes, magnifier. Lens. Yes, magnifier. Oh my god. Okay, Jolly watched. Let's go. I know that Molka watched it because we watched it together. Oh my gosh. I just now realized that if I wasn't watching it with Molka, because, well, it's not like very good. If I wasn't watching it with her, I should have recorded my reaction, made it into content. Ah! Oh my god! I could have gone viral. Not really, but it would have been fun content, because a lot of times I was like, can we actually see this? And that happened within the seconds. So I was like, can we have Kane back? And then there was a scene where he was peeking from behind the wall immediately, and I was like, oh, what? They actually heard me. I got spoiled about everything and then missed the limited local showing. No! Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I also got spoiled a lot, so I feel you. Yeah. I essentially got spoiled. Jax's fate. Okay, I need to be sure. Are there any people in the chat who did not watch it yet? Let me know. Because I really want to discuss it really badly, but I also don't want to spoil the fun to some of you. Whenever you scream, your mic goes silent on Discord. Yes, it does that, unfortunately. I actually, if I had a chance to connect my headphones to the computer, I would have gone and adjusted the sensitivity and everything, because I feel like it is the noise suppression or something. But yeah, the plug, the hole for the headphones plug. What do you call it? Not the USB, but the hole. Whatever. It's it doesn't work. It's broken. So. Port. Yes. Port. Yes. You're absolutely correct. It doesn't work. So, when I get a new computer, that's when I will work on my performance in Discord. Which hopefully I will get soon, but I don't know. I need to write to the company that makes computers to know the price limits and everything. Well, actually, price limit is incorrect wording, because there's no limits of prices on computers. I saw computers for $6,000, and well, well, what can I say? It's actually a shame, because I was what do you call it? On the event, let's say on the not like cyber sports event, more like game development event. I feel like I told you guys about that one a lot of times, and each time it's a different story because it was a huge event and I was there for 3 days. But essentially, there was a game? No, there was a computer making company there that was like actually one of the main sponsors. Well, rightfully so, because the whole event was about developing games and, well, playing them on the computers. So these sponsors, they actually brought their computers and they were like suggesting people, providing people the chance to test their computers by playing some like heavy or like very cool games on their computers for free, like within these event grounds. So yeah, that's how I know that there are companies that make computers for $6,000 because it was that company. Yes. Hi, Cheese. Welcome to the stream. And people buy it. Yes. It is actually a very huge company and it is very hyped, which is exactly why they feel entitled to like grow in prices like that. But also, I can understand that because, again, let's start with the AI rant, okay? I want to rant about AI a little bit as well because there are some predictions that by the end of the year, computers will like all the details for computers will go to X in prices because of AI, and the cost of components is growing up. Yeah, that's one of the many issues that I have against AI. You beat Hollow Knight, let's go! That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Yippee! I actually recently got commissioned multiple times to voice someone in Hollow Knight in like a different language. So yeah, I'm waiting for that beautiful commissioner to finish his video, and I will actually be able to share it with you guys one day. Hopefully so. I need that AI market to crash because I need a new PC. Exactly. That is so me right now. But also, I feel like every 2 to 3 months we hear that, oh, AI bubble is bursting. AI bubble is bursting. And the only AI bubble that is bursting is in freaking TADC. I cannot see the real AI bubble bursting. It's not exploding. It's not moving a tiny, eeny, beeny bit. It's not exploding. It's not bursting. Can we, like, collectively help it to finish its existence? Because, oh my god, I'm so pissed. Just when I started my successful streamer career, and I want to get a new computer, this thing has to happen. It's like when I just started my education in university, the COVID had to happen. Now when I want to buy a computer, AI has to happen. Why can't I do anything in peace? Oh my god. It's so annoying. They gave Bubble a lobotomy. Well, fair. I don't know. Okay, let's talk about TADC, shall we? Okay, guys, let me know what is your most favorite thing in the entirety of the episode. What is the thing that you found the most interesting, the most convincing, the most like maybe heartbreaking? Because we do have moments like that within the episode. So let me know. I bet university in COVID sucked. Yes, it did. We basically no, actually, I was applying to uni when COVID first broke. So I was applying online, and it was actually easier for us to apply because we didn't have to go manually there and be like present in the room within the like not like court, but what do you call it? Like the auditioning group, auditioning like set of teachers who decide that you will be applied. We did not have to physically go there, which is a huge plus for me because whenever I'm stressed, I'm like trembling and shaking and shivering and like, oh, that would have been awful. So thankfully, I just shivered and shaked in the comfort of my own home and like applied through my computer, which actually went pretty well until I was asked who painted the. Oh my gosh. It is like one of the most. Let me actually translate the name. But it's one of the most famous architecture, like, what do you call it? Oh my gosh, I forgot the words. I'm trying to sound very, like, smart, intelligent, like demure, but then I forget the words and I sound so dumb. I'm so sorry. Okay. So the words I was looking for is monument. Yes, architectural monuments. It's like one of the most famous ones. So it is called. Okay, the translator says to me that it's called the Sistine Chapel. Sistine Chapel? Do you guys know? So I was asked who painted the roof essentially, like the dome of it. And I was like, that was so embarrassing. Do you guys know? Sistine Chapel. I have no idea. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correct. Let me put it in the chat. Sistine? Sistine? I have no idea. I put it in the chat, guys. Do you guys know who painted it? Yes, Michelangelo. Yes, but I forgot his name, and I was like, Well, it was a very famous, very cool Italian guy. A guy with an Italian, like second name, right? I'm so glad that I didn't say that he was one of the Ninja Turtles, because I could have. Considering how stressed I was. Yes. But I was like, oh my gosh, I know who you're talking about. I said this to the examiner. I was like, oh my god, I know who you're talking about, but this information just left my brain right now. But trust me, I know this information. Then the examiner was like, yes, it is Michelangelo. And I was like, oh yeah, right. That was so embarrassing. Oh my god. And I think for the first year that I was in uni, this teacher, she actually later on also taught us, I think on the third course. Yes, I think it was in the third year. I think she remembered me because she looked at me very, with a funny face. Like she looks at me and she goes mentally. So yeah, I think she remembered me. Respect to Nintendo painter. In Vatican, yes. I heard that he hated paints in it. Well, of course. Have you seen the freaking scale of that thing? The Ninja Turtle is named after the painter. Yes, I know. All of them are. But yeah, imagine painting not only vertically, but like, I don't even know what this dimension is called. You can paint horizontally. Essentially, you're looming over your painting. You can paint vertically as if you're like painting on the, what do you call it? Canvas. When you took the canvas and you place it on the easel. Okay, I'm guys. I'm talking slow right now because I'm googling words in real time. Do not mind me. So it's like painting vertically, but then if the actual thing that you paint on is above your head, I don't even know what dimension is that. So it's like, yeah, of course it is uncomfortable. Yeah, girl, I don't know. I don't know neither what I just said. Bro was a sculpturist and they commissioned him a big ass painting. I would be pissed too. Fair, fair, fair. Yes. It's like, what can we compare it to in modern times? I'm thinking. Is there some kind of comparison that we can draw within the VTuber field, for example? Okay, essentially it's like if you are a karaoke like VTuber, but then you're asked to play League of Legends professionally. I think that is the comparison that I would go with. Oh, hi, Riku! Welcome, welcome, welcome! How are you doing? Hey! Just came back from work. Me too. Oh my gosh. We're just two little busy potatoes. Oh, also, guys, I got paid today. So I bought myself some soda and chips. And before I bought myself some bubble tea. And yeah. And I took a taxi home. Because I decided that I want to feel rich today. Yep. That's how I spend my money, by the way. That's how I spend them. And then at the end of the month, I'm like, where did all the money go? Oh, I wonder, girl. I wonder. $5 there, $8 there. Yeah, and that's how the money disappear. Busy late shift days. You get paid too? You gotta buy V-Bucks. No! What's a V-Bucks? Is it the what do you call it? The one for Fortnite? No? Oh wait, I don't remember you bought Jack's, right? You bought Jack's skin the last time we were in the call. Yep. Oh my gosh. Freakishly Long Pony is haunting me. But I actually recently saw such a beautiful art with her in the sense that she was like drawn very creepily. So it was like, wow, this actually suits her. I think I sent it to Molka. Bubux. Yes. But anyways, speaking of favorite moments within the finale, is it the one where she looks down at you? I don't know. It's the one where she wears long leggings and also half of her face is covered in the shadow and she has like red sparkles for eyes. It's that one. And I think she goes down the stairs. It's that one. It's like drawn so prettily. The rendering is so like, bonita. How do you say beautiful in Italian? Wait. I forgot. Oh, Bella. It's so Bella. Yep. I feel bonita. Yes. Wait, is bonita Spanish or not? From which language is bonita? Do you feel bonita? I feel bonita. Wonderful, because you look bonita. Oh my god. Bellissimo for superlative. What is a superlative? Oh my gosh, let me Google. I have no idea. Oh, so like heist. So like the best is a superlative. I assume. Community moderation. No, that's not what I want. I don't want my community moderated. They can behave themselves. Oh my god. Long-legged pony is canon. Oh my gosh. I'm so sad. I really want to cosplay Pony, but I feel like her body type is essentially so different from mine that I'm like, ooh, I can never be the skinny legend. I have an ass. Like, I could try. Oh my god, what a moment for people to join. Hi guys. But yeah, I could try cosplaying Ragatha. I feel like I might be closer to her body type. Considering she's like a doll, but I don't know. Yeah. Guys, can I be honest with you? Please don't laugh. Yes, you can. Always. We will not... We listen and we don't judge, okay? You don't have long legs. I have long nothing. I'm short, according to most of people. I think you were one of them. I think you were the one who called me short. And ever since then, I've been spiraling. Think about your life decisions. How dare you call me short? Why not Ribbit? Because Ribbit is also a skinny legend. She just has a tiny little bit of ass. I have a lot of ass. I probably shouldn't say this online. But anyways. But it's indeed. I don't know what canon means and I'm lazy to search it. Okay, let me explain it to you. Whoa there. Oh my god. Anyways, I had too much sugar. You can hear this in my hysterical laugh. When I laugh like this, you just know that I drank bubble tea today. What I meant to say is canon is like the events that are confirmed by the source media. So for example, we can consider canon that... Ooh, can I say this? We can consider it canon that Cain is anxious because we were shown it, right? We can consider canon that Pomni has short hair because we were shown it. So it actually, basically any thing that was confirmed by the source material, that was shown by the source material, or that was confirmed by the author of the source material, which in case of TDC, arguably is not everything this work says is canon, but yes, Mage Jax is canon. The existence of Mage Jax is canon because he appears. But yeah. How big in scale is it? What exactly? My ass? It's big, trust me. Why are you asking? That's alright. He just wants to bully me about it later on. He wants to call me short and Jax is trans, by the way. I see. But also, do we trust Gooseworks? Because I saw her saying Jax is trans in one tweet, and then in the other, she was like, his... what was the word? Oh, his cis and straight. So, do we really trust Gooseworks on anything at this point? Not really. But, yeah. I think it's a good headcanon. Yep. Oh, I get it. Trolling, yes. She loves to troll people online, and I can understand that. I previously actually I had my own lore with my friends, and we were like, actually, if we ever write a novel on this lore, we should make many different endings and like stir the discussion online which one is the actual one. But it will be like 7 different endings, and all of them are technically canon, but people would be pissed. People would be arguing online which ending is like the actual canon, you know? So I can understand wanting to troll people online. If I was an author of a popular media piece, I would do the same, honestly. No one would stop me. So that's why you should be very cautious about me. Yes. People should believe what they believe. I believe Jax is emo. Oh yeah, he's actually. Do you know what I believe? He is an emo Sid brother. Emo Sid is his brother. That's my headcanon. The Chloe the movie chick. Oh my god, I don't know about that. What is it about? It was Jax's voice actor, I think, who made it canon. Well, good for him. Good for him. Yeah. That's alright. But yeah, let me tell you something that I don't like about this episode. Let's stir discussion online, just like I said. Let's stir some waters. So what I don't like in this episode is how much conversations there was, in a sense that not like I do not mind characters talking to each other and actually like going from point A to point B through like discussing the problem. But what was essentially done here, for me, I feel like it was also something that like drawn my attention in the 8th episode before, is how much of the lore that was supposed to be shown was actually spoken about. So for example, let's take Kinger. In the episode 8, he actually tells us in his words the lore of CNA, right? That would be okay. That would be okay if it was one instance. However, what happens in episode 9, he just continues lore dumping all of a sudden. And also, I did not like how he was all of a sudden lucid all the time, even though he had issues with that before, and it was never explained why he suddenly became lucid. Was that the absence of King that affected him? Was it the presence of the dark? Is he just permanently lucid now? Who knows? Who knows? So that was something that I didn't like. And the same thing with Ragatha and Pomni's dialogue about Ribbit. The same thing. The characters just tried to do this therapy talk that was actually, if you look at Zootopia 2, which I'm also not like the biggest fan of, I do think that they tried to use the same punchline and it was much less strong than it was with the first movie. But they actually made a little bit of fun about this therapy talk that some characters do sometimes in the end of the movie. If you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. So I don't really like this therapy talk. And like, first of all, like therapy talk, and the other issue that I just brought, that they just explain what happens in the words instead of like actually giving us flashbacks. They kind of like saved themselves a little bit later on with Jax's flashbacks. But I do have another issue with them. But for now, that's my first point. Let me read your comments. The Cluedo movie shipped with different endings depending on the theater. Ooh, that is actually so amazing. I love that. I love that. Emo Sid took Jax in when he was fleeing from his mom's house. Oh my god! Did he gift him the forbidden headset then? Oh my god, Emo Sid is actually evil. imagine trapping your friend, your like brother in friendship in a digital circus just because you're emo and he's not. Damn. That's one way to betray people. I was honestly hoping for the abstracted to be repaired or rescued from their abstraction. I feel like it would take away from the severity of it, because if abstractions could be easily, or like not easily, not necessarily easily, but like fixed at all, that would take away the actual weight from Ribbit's abstraction, which I do have an issue with Ribbit and Jax and how exactly their relationship was shown within the flashbacks. Just as I said before, I do have a problem with flashbacks and we will get to it. But let me continue reading your comments. Why? Because we wanted to. Probably good works. Yes, and actually, who can blame her? It's her media piece. However, I feel like any author, no matter how big their media piece gets, should act with their characters according to how they portray these characters. So, for example, if the character's whole moral is to be a noble knight who protects poor and like sad people like who are in trouble, and all of a sudden author goes like, well, now he kills children, that makes no sense, right? According to all the previous character traits that the author gave to this character within the story, right? So I think any author should be consistent within their story, in the sense that they should think about how that certain character would act, instead of just blindly applying their headcanons, their like self-inserts onto that character. That's what I'm thinking. Notice how happy they seemed after Jax abstracted. Why is he censored now? Oh my god. Job application time for Jax. Oh my god. Yeah. I love how you type probably. Oh my god, probably. Probably. No, that's so cute. I can fix Jax. Can you now? We knew one girl that tried to fix him. Also, I do have an issue with Pomni and Jax's relationship, which I can't say that I'm particularly against how it is shown. Let me explain it first how I see it. So we have Jax, right? Who was, I assume, mentally abused. We don't know about physically. I'm not sure if it was mentioned, but he was mentally abused, right? And that caused him, you see, what do you call it? In psychology, there is a term that I need to translate. Give me a second. Okay, so it's called the Karpman triangle. So according to the Karpman triangle, there's like 3 points. You can be a savior, you can be an aggressor, or you could be the victim. I might be translating the exact terms wrong because I'm like basing it on the different language that I speak, right? But that's essentially the idea. So a person who is not building a stable, healthy relationship can either land on one of those 3 points, right? And that is usually caused by the previous trauma, right? By previous bad relationships. So in case of Jax, how I see it, he was the victim within the relationship with his mother, right? So what happens if the person doesn't get healed? It's all of a sudden turns into a psychology lesson, but I'm not a psychologist. I only know this because I speak from my own experience, okay? So essentially, a person who is not healed after being abused, he can not leave this triangle, right? So he can either end up an aggressor, being an aggressor, or he can end up being a savior. But usually, people tend to go to the aggressor route after being abused themselves. So they either stay the victim or they become an aggressor, right? Unless you heal and then you escape this triangle and you're free and you're amazing and you're building healthy relationships, right? So how I see it with Jax is that he essentially became the aggressor. Hence, he's abusing everyone in the circus. He causes other people to abstract. Ribbit, Kaufmo. However, Pomni, we lack the essential background in her relationships in real life. But I do feel like she is falling under the savior route, which is why the relationship that they have with Jax is not and will never be healthy unless they work on themselves first, right? Which is exactly why I'm a little bit concerned for the lack of other characters' concern for Pomni and Jack's relationship. Except for Ragatha, it seems like no one pays much attention. But again, this series could benefit from them being longer. Because a lot of stuff, especially in 8th and 9th episode, even though they were longer than usual, a lot of this stuff was very rushed for me. So I feel like instead of just voicing all this lore about CNA, about Ribbit, it would have been benefited the series more if we were actually shown the previous interactions instead of just voicing them, you know? It's like one huge issue that I tied together, right? But yeah, I'm concerned by the lack of concern for Jax's and Pomni's relationship. And they tried to make this pipeline of even the most evil character needs to be forgiven because they also struggle and everything. However, I have the same issue with Jax. I have the same issue with Kane, even though Kane is my favorite character. They got accepted back too soon. So, Kane literally tortured the cast members, and all he got was oh, actually, we need some more time to build the trust back from Zubul, right? Doesn't really strike as a huge impact to me. I feel like let me form my thought. Give me a second. Again, it is a timing issue. I feel like both Jax and Kane relationships with the main cast would have been benefited if we were given more screen time and given actually longer redemption arcs for them. Because in real life, you do not accept your abuser unless you are mentally unwell as well. Because as I just said, this triangle is what happens in unhealthy relationships. If we boil it down to 3 different paths, right? In real life, it does not happen like this. So I would have loved 3 more series, but just give me the sweet, sweet redemption arcs. Give me this drama of Kane not being accepted back. Give me the sweet anxiousness of him not being able to fit back in because he did some bad stuff. Instead, we have the finale where everyone is like sunshine and rainbows, and Pomni is hugging, abstracting Jax, and everyone is pulling her back and going like, "Oh, we're so happy we could save you in time." Which, okay, I get the concern for Pomni. Pomni tried her best. But again, it is the same issue with the therapy talk. We're so glad that we have you. We're so happy you're back with us. We could not have done this alone. Like insert any actual line from the show that was in this episode, and you will know what I'm talking about. It is therapy talk, as I said, which is not realistic. Let me read your comments back. Oh my god. We're getting psychology lessons. Free therapy, yes. I'm crying they didn't give a hell. Yes. I believe Jax was afraid to hurt someone he truly loves, so he pushes them away, believing that he won't feel the same emotions again when he hit his mom, but he failed in the end. Yes. However, how does that explain? How does this back up anyhow, at any point, him bullying Gingle? The closest I can tie it up to is he feels like she's laughing at him because his mom laughed at him, but it's not very obvious. And you do not just start bully people well, I don't know. Maybe you do start bullying people because they resemble the traumatic event of your life. Maybe it is this way, but again, I did not experience myself this pipeline of going from victim to aggressor, thankfully. So I wouldn't know, but I feel like they could have elaborated on this dynamic more. I feel like we would benefited from if we were shown Jax's and Gingle's interactions more, you know? Because all we essentially see from him is constantly breaking her mask and going "Oh, I like you. I like it when you're sad." That's all we see from him. But the mood in the group suggests that there is something else. There is some more harsh bullying, I guess. So we would have benefited more if we actually saw that dynamic as well. But yeah, I understand this pipeline of pushing people away because you don't want to feel exposed. However, again, I do have another issue with that pipeline. I said the word pipeline so many times because it sounds so smart. Do not mind me. But yeah, I actually talked about it with Malka right when we finished the episode. Again, with Ribbit and Jax, his essential problem was that he overshared and felt like his words could be weaponized against him, right? However, within his flashbacks, we did not only not see Ribbit talking to anyone else to actually back up his suspicions that she might be talking about his issues to someone else. But we essentially just saw him being a bad person to her out of nowhere. Like, again, it lacks a little bit of backing. I feel like, again, it would have been better if we were shown the actual basis of his paranoid thoughts about this. So, for example, we could see that Ribbit is talking to Kaufman somewhere in a dark place, and he like encounters them, and he's like, "Oh my God, they might be talking about me," and that would give him more, you know, actual material to spiral off. You know what I'm talking about? So I feel like, again, we lack some details here and there that, if added, would have given us much more context, you know? Which is why he acted like the bad guy to disconnect himself from others, but he is struggling with it. Yes, exactly. Way much worse, IRL. True. They made it seem so easy moving on. Show would have been 10x better if they had the What? I have no idea what you just said, Cheese. Sorry. Or bad experience in school with other students which made him act this way. I feel like in his case, it doesn't, like... Well, yeah, I mean, you're talking about being laughed at, I guess. Yeah. I also feel like what I really liked is the line that he said, which is, again, this whole scene with Ribbit is done in such a therapy talk way that I was cringing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was struggling to watch through it. But I liked his line of him being like, "Oh, my mom screamed at me and she berated me and she like called me the most like ugly words that she could like master, but then she hugged me." And I really loved that because it implies that his mother might not only be just like cruel in general, but she actually might have had some kind of a, like, you know, personality disorder. Maybe like, I don't know if it's a narcissist disorder, to be fair, but this, like, you know, manipulating and then sugarcoating it is what is very interesting to me. Which is, again, why I would want to see more dynamics of it, to actually like understand what exactly like driven Jax's personality. The sound design up to this scene made me tear up. Yes, the sound design was very good, indeed. First in my bloodline to read that phrase. That is true. Okay, guys, hydration check. I've been talking for an hour and I didn't drink, so you guys should drink too. But yeah. You know what I really like, though? Kaufmo. I really like Kaufmo. He's just a chill guy. He does not give a damn about what is happening around him. He's just like going around, throwing thumbs up. Yes, he's so chill. He is. Oh my God. But also, I love that people are memeing the hell out of him on Twitter. With this like, "Look, Jax, I know we don't get along, but..." Insert a new phrase each time. I love it. Oh my God. The only normal dude, yes. I've seen some theories online on what he was trying to essentially tell Jax in that scene, and people are speculating that he actually found out that they are copies, or like that there is actually no exit, because after that, in like one of the previous episodes, when he abstracts and we like find out his room, how his room looks like, it's like no exit is written all over the walls, right? So maybe that was actually what he was trying to share with Jax, but because he was rejected, he actually like started spiraling as well, and well, that led to an abstraction, right? And it is very interesting, which is again why I'm so sad that some dynamics were just underexplored. They made Art of Kaufman being resin from Chainsaw Man. Yes, yes, yes. I think I sent 3 of these already to Malka with different characters, Kaufman included. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my god. I eat this up. It's always also rendered so beautifully. I love people on Twitter, especially artists. They're so funny. Oh my god. Wasn't there a scene where Kane was angry when they mentioned him or something? Oh. I don't remember if he was angry, but there was a weird moment where I think within the same episode where we find out that Kaufman abstracted, they were like, I don't remember who exactly mentioned this to Kane, that Kaufman abstracted, and he was like, oh, Kaufman abstracted? Why did no one tell me? And like, he did this like weird what with his tongue. That was essentially the scene. I do not remember if he was actually angry about it, because it seems to me that up to 8th episode he didn't care about abstracted people much, which is very interesting. I feel like out of all the characters in TADC, Kane is the most coherent to me. He has a starting point, he has some trials, and he has the ending point. So at the start, he's like trying to entertain the humans at the expense of their like comfort, I guess. He just wants them to enjoy his adventures, but not because he wants them to be happy, but because he wants to be appreciated for them, right? And in the end, he comes to realization that it doesn't, like, if they're not happy, then he's not happy, because he doesn't just want to be glazed. He wants to really find this connection with his humans. And that is actually so beautiful. I love him so much. Character development, exactly. But again, therapy talk manifests itself with him as well, because we have this scene with him going like, oh, but they deleted me, they already deleted me. This whole like monologue also screams therapy talk to me. I don't know. I struggle to find one instance, one person in my life who would talk like that, who would come to the right conclusion so fast. I feel like in his case, I would have loved some more struggle with him fighting himself. We did have this like in like essentially him fighting his like darkest side of his ego, him like not wanting to admit that he's the one in the wrong. But I feel like we would have benefited, again, I use this word, but we would have benefited more if he didn't arrive to the right conclusion right away. And then something else would happen. And he would realize, oh, actually, this conclusion that I just arrived to is incorrect as well. And then he arrives to the right conclusion, and then he goes back to humans and realizes that he wants genuine connection. Again, this series would have been so much better if they were 12 episodes, for example. Or at least even 10. But yeah, I feel like all the development of the characters, of the actual development, started after 4th episode. Or even after 5th. I feel like the first like major conflicts, major like showing of the problems within the cast was in the 6th episode. Before, we just had like a bunch of fillers, a bunch of funny moments. We had like spudsies, we had bitch episodes, and it is all amazing. It is all wonderful. If only you have more time for the actual development of the plotline, which is what makes me so sad. Again, just 2 more episodes, just like 1 more episode would have even benefited this whole plot more, is what I'm trying to say. Yes. Oh my god, I'm rambling so much, guys. I hope that I sound coherent. I hope that I like get the message out. But yeah, out loud too. No, I feel like in his case, thinking out loud suits him, because just to think about it, there were times when he was alone at the circus before, well, the first humans joined. So naturally, he had to talk to someone. So he either talked to Bubble or he downright talked to himself. Yeah. Bro is Bubble with teeth and eyes. Who's Bubble? Wait. If Naruto wasn't TDC, he would have used Talk no Jutsu. I didn't watch Naruto. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh my god. When I was a kid, no one liked me type of convo. Yes. Yes, yes. Season 2 without Jax. Sorry, Jax lovers. Again, I feel like we were told, I think by Lizzie herself, or by, I don't remember. I think Lizzie said this, that Pomni will have the survivor's guilt, and a lot of it, which is very understandable, but also very sad. Because essentially she also got dragged into this abusive relationship, and she tried to save Jax. She failed, and now she feels responsible for it, even though it is not her responsibility in the first place. She did all she could. She even like physically fought him. The guy could not learn his lesson. And frankly, it's his problem of going away and abstracting in silence. I feel like it's like the most weird thing to me, that they also just didn't show us him abstracting, and it was out of nowhere. And I saw people memeing on Twitter as well that like I never skip the cutscene again. Like, you know. Essentially put in this like Jack's abstraction roaming around scene after the like assumed missed cutscene, which is so funny. Not gonna lie, some people are just too hard-headed. That is true. However, if we actually tried to drive Jax as a character from one point to another through trials and tribulations, like it usually happens with characters who actually are written to have character development, we would actually not have seen him act in that way, because he, as a character, he was given enough opportunities to face his problem of running away from the problems, essentially. But what I feel is happening is Goose just loves her characters, and she just loves Jax, and she wants to paint him white no matter what. But I feel like you don't have to excuse your character's actions for this character to still be good. You know what I mean? There are plenty of villains that are very likable by public. Think like what was his name? The lion from The Lion King. Scar, I think. He's very loved by general public because the creators did not try to wash away his sins. No, he's absolutely a terrible creature. But that's what makes him interesting. That we're not trying to wash away his mistakes. We're like admitting them. Yes, he did terrible things. That does not make him any less interesting as a character. Eren Yeager, oh my gosh. I also didn't watch Attack on Titans. I did not watch any classical anime, so you guys, whenever you're referencing them, I am so lost. Not gonna lie. But I know that Gizworks likes Evangelion, and she like referenced some of the scenes. Yes. You're missing out. No, thank you. I know that it's heartbreaking. I only watch funny animes. I love watching Apothecary Diaries. I love watching Free Ren, which Free Ren is not really a funny anime. Arguably, it's also very heartbreaking, but a much more or less than Attack on Titans, I feel like. But yeah. Give me all your coconuts? What happened? Why are you demanding coconuts now? Free Ren speak. I agree. I did not watch the new season yet. I wonder if all the series are out. All the episodes are out because I'm waiting for them to all air so we can watch them with a friend. It's time to watch Badass Anime Gamer. Yep. Oh my gosh, I actually, speaking of Apothecary Diaries, I went to get my boba tea today, and when I arrived, they were playing it on the TV, and I was like, ah! I'm so happy! But it was the end of the episode, so I was like, dang. I could not even watch a little bit of it. It was just the very, very end before the credits. But yeah, it is very good. Check it out, guys. Apothecary Diaries. Love them, love them. I even bought the manga, the first tome, which is very short. I'm so sad that the manga takes a lot more tomes to develop than the series, because within the series, they sometimes, in one episode, you see, 3 manga tomes at once, which, like, understandably, in drawing, it takes, like, more time to actually show the story, versus in animation you can just skip through it. But yeah, it's a little bit sad. But also I really want to wait for the second season of Delicious Dungeons. Also really, really good. Gotta sign up for the day. Bye, everyone. Bye, Polly. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye. My 5 nerdcore artist is going to drop a Jackson inspired song. Ow! Give me a link. I love that. Oh my gosh. This guy, by the way, guys, Riku introduced me to the term nerdcore, and I realized that I'm essentially also a nerdcore artist because I have a song for Kane in process. Wink, wink, wink. I have no idea when I will finish it. But yeah. I need to buy the MIDI keyboard first to actually write the instrumental. Well, yeah. I'm writing a song for Kane ever since the 8th episode. I'm very slow. I'm a very slow future nerdcore artist. Yes. I'll send you the trailer to the song. Okay. Good. Oh my gosh, I promised my other friend to check out the CG5's Jack song, but I forgot. I gotta watch it after the stream. Wait, who's writing me on Discord? Is it Rico? It is Rico. Oh my god. Yep. Okay. Let me drink some water. I actually am. I'm exhausted from talking that much. What else? I have mixed feelings about Ribbit's character, by the way. I really hoped that she would be somewhat gray morale character, but apparently she's just chill. She tried her best and she got shoved away by how do I say it without the swearing? By the bad person that Jax is. She's actually very genuine and chill, and I feel like she's the healthiest out of the whole cast from the start of the circus. Her and Kaufmo were the healthiest, and look where it got them. Wow, wow. Triangles are triangling. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Imagine me going viral for this discussion and some psychologists start to actually looking at my rambling about the triangles and go like, oh no, whatever she just said, it's all bullshit. Oh wait, I'm swearing now? Is it a hard swear? I don't know. It's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. But I tried to explain it the best I could. Please do not come for me, psychologists. I know that you guys can explain it better. Bullcrap. Yes. Bullpuffy. Oh my god. Season 2, TDC goes into the internet. Oh my god. I saw someone saying that Kane, there was one shot of him staying in the doorframe, right? Where he looks at the search bar. And people were like, oh, he actually looked like he was about to just enter the internet and leave the circus behind. But in the last second, he was like, oh no, actually let me search for these humans that I love and cherish. And I was like, what do you mean he did not leave them for the internet? Oh my gosh. It is so heartbreaking and I love him so much. But again, he should not have been accepted back so easily. Please, please just give me some drama. I just want some more struggles. Psychology Master Extremism. That was some TDC. No! Oh my god. If any psychologists ever see this pod, guys, I do not know what I'm talking about. Please don't come for my ass. Please, 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 please. I only speak from my own experience and from what I learned based on my own interactions. What I researched based off of them. Okay? And that's what I analyze the TDC through the lens of my own research. I'm not educated enough on this, but I just wanted to ramble. Hee. And isn't it wonderful? There's film theory. Oh my god. No, speaking of film theory, I am actually educated in the cinema field. I think I told you guys before. Am I doxing myself when I say this? Probably. But yes, I have an education in cinema industry. It is related to sound, but however, we did have like education on cinema in general, on tropes, on scenarios, on camera, on lighting, on scenarios like writing again. But yeah. So it's like an extensive education. We shouldn't forgive you, Kane, but it is the last episode, so yeah. That is essentially how it felt. And don't get me wrong, I love Kane with all my heart, but this guy should not have been accepted so easily. And again, what I actually loved. There was one scene when Gangle looks at the tent where Abstracted Jux sits, and she starts crying. And I find this scene so interesting in the sense that he's essentially her abuser, right? But the way she's so empathetic and soft towards everyone that she actually, despite everything he has done with her, to her, and we are not actually shown a lot of it, but we assume, despite all that, she still has this like will to sympathize, to empathize with him, to like actually feel bad for him. And it's actually so beautiful. This is the moment that is very beautiful written, that she does not want to feel those emotions. She like immediately runs away, tries to close herself off, tries to like not look at him, to not feel these emotions, but she could not help it. And it's like it's so beautiful. I love this scene a lot. I did not love that Zubul immediately tried to get her back. That's just, I think, not what you should do to a person who tries to live through their emotions in a moment. I feel like you should give them some space to deal with that, and then try to get them back if you really want them to be back there, which is, yeah. Again, I feel like it's again the timeline issues. Gotta go have fun with stream, guys. Bye bye, Rika. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye bye. Guys, go everyone go check out Riku. He drops a lot of original music. I hope he's not listening anymore, so I can glaze him fully. Go check out his original music. By the way, we did an original song as well together. Check it out on my channel, but check out his channel first. Yep. Wink, 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 wink. Saying all this in lowercase so he couldn't hear, okay? Space. Give her some space, essentially. Yes, true. He even named her. Oh, speaking of name and scene, I loved it so much that this was the actual really, really actually well shown moments that his character changed so much that when he said this like borderline bullying phrase of like, oh, we should call her Gangle because she looks stupid or something like that, the actual visceral reaction from Ragatha and I think, was it Ribbit who was standing next to her? I don't remember. The actual visceral reaction from them was to be shocked, to be like, what? Like, that's like so unlike of you to say that. So that is the thing that I really liked as well. It literally means to walk and move awkwardly. Oh, really? I thought it meant like what do you call it? So when your ribbons get all stuck together and it's like essentially a mess of ribbons. Do you like how do I say this? To be put together in a very twisted way to gangle, like, you know. But yeah, does probably mean remember. Yes, in some Slavic languages, yes. That is very nice. Because it does not foreshadow the thing that everyone was thinking about. It actually seems like it foreshadows the last episode name. Yes. What was the last episode name? Remember? That's what I just said. I feel like they were trying to foreshadow this. Because she essentially needs to remember Jax because he abstracted. Again, as much as I love their pairing, I do have my issues with it. Because again, as I said, it is not a healthy relationship. It will never ever be now because Jax is abstracted and allegedly we had multiple confirmations from the cast that the abstraction is final. It's like the code is glitched, so you can do nothing about it. Yes. but everyone remembers. Well, yeah. But I love, they, actually, I need to think about it. But I think what they tried to do with Pomni is to apply a role of a driving force on her. So before her, the cast members were really like hostile to each other. The group was basically torn apart, and she is like the glue that connects all of them. So she like tries to connect with all of them. We see that she connects with Gingle in the Spuds episode. She tries to connect with Ragata. She tries to connect with Ginger, and she actually connects with Ginger pretty well, like the best out of the whole cast. It seems like she's the only one who knows that he had a wife. For some reason, for 10 years they're like been there together and no one knows that he has a wife. Very, again, I feel like that's a plot hole. What else? She pretty much is very chill connected with Zubul too. And Jax is a whole lot of mess. So I feel like Jax's antagonist, Pomni's protagonist, and their whole like, yin yang dynamic is that Jax breaks the cast group and she like connects it back together. Which is why, in the end, I'm so confused that they all seemed to forgive him as soon as he abstracted. I feel like that might be an Easter egg and like a reference to situations in real life where, well, it was repeatedly alleged before that abstraction is an allegory to self-quitting life. So I think it might be a metaphor to how people react to the person who does that in real life. So like no matter how bad this person was in life, you gotta say and you gotta remember something good about them, because like, well, you can do nothing about it anymore. That person will not work on their mistakes anymore because they're like not here anymore, right? How many times have I can say anymore? Someone needs to count that. But still, I feel like, except for Gengo, not much reaction was shown in a sense of conflict, of the inner conflict, of like, should I pity that guy who is no longer with us, or should I still hold the grudge? And that is like particularly why I'm so happy that they shown this scene with Gengle where she like fights this inner force to like hold the grudge. Yeah. Lack of communication is you. And yes, but at the same time, we have therapy talk. We have Kinger telling Pomni directly, oh, you're a good girl, you can do anything or whatever. And we have Ragatha directly saying like, oh, I could not help, I do not remember exact words she said now. But essentially, it was, again, too much description instead of action, I guess. That is the best how I can put it. And all that talk for nothing, exactly. So you spent 15 years not talking to each other, not even knowing each other's special interests, which again, in the bar episode, they just learned that Ragged had horses and was abused. Again, huge plot hole. Who is sustaining all these computers all the time? If Ginger still works at CNA and he's somehow in real life watching their digital avatars going through all this, why wasn't it shown? It's a little bit cranky. I feel like, again, story would have also benefited if it wasn't taking place in such a long period of time. So, for example, if cast members weren't actually 10 years apart from each other, but at least 5, it would have been much better in that case. Because, yeah, it would make sense that you did not talk much to each other if you spent 2 years out of those 5 being friends, and then something happened, like Ribbit's abstraction, and then 3 years you do not talk to each other and you do not take interest in your hobbies because you're not friends anymore, and the tension is like palpable, right? But when it's a such prolonged period of time, I feel like any conflict would cease to exist because it's just been too long to still hold the grudge. Unless someone continues to stir the atmosphere like, Jax, which, wasn't really shown. Again, oh my god, I don't know. I feel like what Glitch essentially, again, I said this before and I will say it again, the actual plot starts to develop somewhere after episode 4 or 5, which is not the way you do it unless you want your series to be at least 12 episodes in this case. I feel like 12 episodes would benefit the series the best. But you don't just spend half of the show just preying on like comic relief dynamics to then suddenly hit people with drama that was unsolicited, that was not disclosed, I guess, properly before, and then you just expect it to all come together, which is, again, I feel like it's also a problem that it is done one episode at a time. And I do think that they, of course, first wrote the script, recorded all the lines and everything, and then they started working on actual animation. But there is a possibility that somewhere along the lines, along the time of these 3-4 years, how many years TDC was airing, somewhere through this time, the scripts might have changed and some things stopped making sense. Because they essentially started the series in this on this lighthearted, funny note. And then they're like, oh, but actually we do have a plot that we need to develop. But I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna go take care. See you next time. Bye bye, Charlie. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also, hi, Revan. Welcome to the stream. Hi. But yeah. That is, I think, all I have to say about TDC. Hopefully. What are your guys' thoughts? What's the thing that you disliked the most? Let me know. I feel like I disclosed a lot of issues that I personally have with this episode and TDC in general. And I'm glad that I watched it almost in one sitting. I would say that I watched it all the previous episodes maybe half a year ago, and then I just waited for the 8th episode and now for the 9th. If I was watching it throughout the 3 years that it was airing, I feel like I will not see all the issues as clearly because I would be watching it one episode at the time, and by the time the next episode airs, I would already forget what was happening in the first one. Yeah, I would drop it, me too. But honestly, I feel like it is an ending that I am okay with. I think it is a good ending in a sense that it's not a happy ending, obviously, but it's a good ending to the story. But I do feel like if it was developed before this ending a little more, it would make even more sense. And I do not like, again, that Pomni is trying to be a savior for everyone, and especially Jax, who, let me be real with you, does not deserve all this kindness that comes from her to him. I missed the whole rant, but I feel the ending was really compressed. Yes, that is what I spent half an hour talking about, at least. That I feel like the series would benefit it if they were at least 12 episodes. Yes. I talked about a lot of issues. If you feel like it, if you want to hear my thoughts, you can always like go back to the VOD once we're over and check it out because I rambled a lot about it. Yes, yes. The Jackson section was like, yeah, behind the scenes. I saw people saying that it makes sense because it's a metaphor to self-cleaning and it it doesn't come with a warning in real life, right? But I personally did not build enough foundation of empathy toward Jax to actually be sad about his abstraction at this point, you know? If we were actually shown that he was actually taking steps to fight his fear of being exposed, to amend all the bad stuff that he has done to the circus members, to amend his words to Pomni, at least when they were fighting, then I would be like, and then after all that, he's still abstracted because he finally realized how bad of a person he was, and he finally felt the guilt and he could not just continue with it. Then I would feel like, I personally would feel a little bit more connected to him because it would be like, oh, but he tried, but well, it takes time and he did not have the time. His mental state was already so bad that he just didn't have a chance to finish this like redemption arc essentially. Then it would make a little bit more sense to me to be like, oh, well, he abstracted, oh, so how sad. Too late, yes. It would be a feeling of, damn, but he was so close. He was so close to actually, like, becoming better. But, abstraction. Yes. That's basically what I'm thinking. Oh my god, I've been rambling about this for 2 hours. Me when I say, oh my god, I will keep the stream short, and then I proceed to yap all the time about the same thing. Speaking of TDC, guys, did you all check out my recent cover? There's another one connected to TDC that will be aired on 30th of June. And I look so forward to it because I spent an ungodly time of making arts and MV for this cover. And I'm still not finished, by the way. I'm gonna draw the last picture tomorrow for this MV. And then it will be finished. It's a fresh take on redemption arcs, but still feels weird. Wonder if they will make a comic or something to explore lore more. I feel like it really depends on whether Goose Works would like to outsource this comic work to someone else. Because I feel like she essentially was so fed up with the fandom, and rightfully so. I firsthand didn't see all the controversies, but I saw a lot of people talking about them, which I'm assuming is that these controversies were bad. Like people hating on everything, people like drawing just conclusions that weren't even there, you know, that would make any author exhausted. And she repeatedly said that she's like so tired and she's so ready to let go of TDC. So that really depends on whether she would like to drag it some more and maybe potentially let someone else actually like draw everything, and maybe she will just step back into creative scenarios. But I feel like it's unlikely because Glitch is, first of all, not a comic company. They're an indie animation company. And animation takes so much more effort than just saying like, oh, let's explore all the plot holes that we forgot to mend in the main show, you know? And also it would be unsustainable. Even though so many people like TDC and so many people would love to see more of it over time, I feel like it will not be sustainable. The amount of work and money that they will pour to just make a few episodes like of spin-offs of TDC, they could pour all these money and time into, I don't know, Gamerverse, for example, and people would be even more interested because it's a new show and they're like excited to see what will happen next, instead of just like dwelling on the characters that everyone already knows what happens to, you know? So yeah. Your Nomadic was so good, I really like it. Thank you so much! Thank you so much! I really want to start working on another one. Do you know the song Run Rabbit? It is trending, I feel like, on TikTok and on YouTube as well. Everyone is drawing animatics with it, and I really want to draw one as well. But it will take a lot of time. I don't know if I will. But yeah. The cover is so good, I had to remember if I was the one who made the obstruction comments on your drawing stream. And yes, I was the one and you ignored it. I told you on Discord. Yes. I told you that you were like, oh, this looks like an abstraction thing. And I was sweating. I was. I deliberately chose to not pay attention. I did not ignore it. That was a choice. But yeah, thank you so much. Oh my god. Oh, did I tell you guys that I bought some soda and chips? I think I'm gonna eat them after the stream. Maybe, potentially. I need to buy myself some more Arizona tea, but it is so expensive. And also, they just ran out of the 12 packs that I used to buy. I'm sad. It's a little bit less expensive that way versus if I buy them just by single can. But yeah. Can I have some? Yes. Of course. Yes. Have you seen Obsession and Backrooms? What are your thoughts? I have seen neither of them because I'm waiting for them to drop on online platforms. Now, yes. I'm giving it to you. Catch. That was me throwing the soda and chips at you. But yeah, I didn't see Obsession. I didn't see Backrooms. I gotta admit, I also didn't see Iron Lawn, and I really want to. But yeah, I just need to have one day when I do nothing. And recently, that is hard. That is hard to find. Days when I do nothing are non-existent. I'm working all the time, either at my job or on the content. But yeah, I really want to watch Backrooms. People say that it's really good. I will see if it actually is still in theaters. Maybe I will go with my friend. I don't know. But I feel like they almost are there, almost at the end of the showing window. What do you call it? Of the airing window. But yeah. Obsession seems good to you. Oh, you didn't watch it? Oh my god, girl. But I sent you an obsession related TikTok. I thought you already watched it. And you were like, oh, this is so obsession coded. I thought you knew. Should we watch it together? Do you want to? Sometime soon, probably. But yeah. Sure. Let's go! Oh my god, guys. I don't know if I told you before, but the Discord server is still in development. It's almost done, actually. It's on the almost done stage for a while now. Because I just need to renew some info about me and also upload my new reference everywhere, but I will be doing it as soon as we hit the 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me with that, you can share my channel. You can share my covers. I would be so grateful. And that would also speed up the process of me presenting myself fullest at you guys, because you remember that I promised you to reveal the second language, to reveal you my voice accent bits and everything, and also a new PNG model. So yeah, and also a Discord server. Wink, wink. So on the Discord server, we do have a dedicated channel for cinema, and we will be using it once we open the server. Yep. I didn't want to see people getting up and stuff. Fair. Oh my god, I'm falling asleep. Maybe I will leave the soda and chips for tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? I want to watch Backrooms and Obsession. Let's see. Obsession for sure, but for Backrooms, I will check out if it's still in theaters, and I will ask my friends. If we will not end up going, then yeah, we'll watch Backrooms with you as well. Yep. I wonder, because I'm pretty sure that the errand window is almost closed. Okay. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Speaking of movies, guys, I know Malka watched it because we watched it together, but has any of you also watched Project Hail Mary? Because it is amazing! It is amazing! I loved it so much. I watched it 3 times with different people. They all loved it! They all loved it. Amazing, amazing, amazing indeed. Yes. It is very good. I feel like it will become the classics. It will be in the same row as Interstellar. And Interstellar, if you watched it, it's hard to beat. Interstellar is admittedly a very hard watch for emotional reasons, but it is done amazingly. It looked like it's gonna make me cry, so I could not. Yes, I can admit, as a certified crybaby VTuber, that I cried at least 5 times in a single watch, and I watched it 3 times, so you can count how many times it was. But it was worth it. It was actually amazing. So you should watch it as well. Yes, I recommend. The black hole scene. Whoa, Interstellar. Oh my god. I was impacted the most by the scene where he's behind the bookshelf. Obviously, that is such an obvious impact scene. It's like, I feel like it's the most intense scene of the whole movie, but also with the scene on the water planet. Those two they made a wreck out of me. It's quite a movie then. Yes, it is quite a movie. It's also done very interestingly, in a sense that an alien actually feels like an alien. And it's very interesting. I saw someone saying that the alien in PHM was actually treated as humans are usually treated in sci-fi movies, where humanity meets an alien and aliens have this like some kind of sixth sense that humans cannot understand because we not perceive it. We do not perceive the reality the same way as aliens do. And it's essentially what happened to the alien in PHM, because humans have eyesight, and well, he doesn't have eyes. Spoiler. So sorry, very, very mild spoiler. If you've seen the trailer, you already know how the alien looks anyways, so I will not elaborate on that. People are making memes of it, like me watching my past self watching 6 Ducks instead of 9. I love humans. I love how humans are able to meme the hell out of the most tragic scenes, because that's so much copying. That's so much copying, but that is fair. That is exactly me yesterday when I had only 4 hours to sleep and I spent 2.5 of them scrolling. Yeah. I feel like my brain is fried. I need to pick up a book, which I think I'm going to after the stream, and I will try to read the book before bed, just in like old times instead of scrolling. Oh, hi Doom, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Is it the Brazil flag? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm uneducated. I used to know all the flags, but it was a while ago. I'm still waiting for the book. How soon does it arrive? Do you have any dates? Oh my gosh, these days the delivery, especially over the board, over the board, abroad. It's so slow. I ordered the hair mask like a month ago, and it was supposed, the window for it to arrive was closed yesterday. So I'm like, where's my hair mask? I really need to fix my hair, guys. Can we do something about it? Can we deliver my stupid Japanese hair mask, please? I've been waiting for a month. I think actually a little bit more than that, maybe a month and a half. Which is very sad because I had to use a cheap hair mask that makes my hair crunchy. Sad, which is why I need to get a haircut. Circling back to the start of the stream, which is why I need to get my haircut. All this rambling was just to go back to haircuts. Yep. Honestly, I need to order a book as well, but I need to find where to order it in English. Elizabeth! Oh my god! Look, it's my friend! Hi, Elizabeth! Hi, Liz! How are you doing? I'm good. I'm good. What about you? We were just discussing TDC and PHM just a little bit. I don't know, they told me if it's okay, I could wait for the end of the month. So I said yes, the book is from the UK, so I guess I will wait. Oh yeah, from the UK it makes sense. From the UK it will yes, it will be a while. It will be a while. Okay, Liz, Palm Tree Panic is Molka. Molka. Because the stupid YouTube now uses the tags instead of actual channel names. Yes, it is like this. Oh my gosh, Doom, I have no idea what you just said. If you can roll it back for us to English, that would be amazing. Okay. I was passing by, but now that I'm here, I want to ask if you mind to do a cover collab. I absolutely do not mind, my queen. Whenever you want me, just write me, and my voice is all yours. Okay. Whenever you need me, just write me what do you have in mind. Okay. I will be looking forward to it. Yippee! Oh my gosh. It's been a while since we voiced something together, and I think, wait, bro is down bad. This is my friends. I'm down bad for my all of my friends. Sorry, I'm a flirtatious friend. I'm flirting with my friends. What can you do about it? It's done in a platonic way. I just love and appreciate y'all. Okay. But yeah, It's been a while since we voiced something together with Liz. I need to order an original instrumental. Once it's ready, we'll cover. Izzy! Ah! Let's go! I love Izzy! Ooh, which song is this? Let me know. Let me know in the DMs. Whisper to me in the DMs. Let's go. Love. Oh my god. I cannot wait. Love you too. Let's go. Yippee. Oh my gosh, I look forward to it. Oh my gosh. This XOXO reminded me that a while ago, I watched not even Emily. She was making a video on trans, not like really trans, but like historical moments throughout in media throughout like past years. And I think there was one moment where it was like, "Go piss girl." Yes, because apparently I thought that "go piss girl." Yes, yes. How did you have the same thought? Oh my god, I'm dying. So I thought that it is not connected to Gossip Girls. I thought it was like empowerment meme, you know? I thought just at one point girls started telling this to each other. I didn't know that it was actually connected to Gossip Girl. And someone just switched the letters and that's how it was born. But yeah, this like XOXO Gossip Girl. And I think that there was a sound on TikTok that started like this, and then the last Christmas starts playing, so it's like XOXO Gossip Girl Last Christmas. You know? I don't know if you heard it. It's hilarious. It reminded me of that. But yeah. Go watch Native in Emily. She's so funny. Damn. I strive to be as funny as her. Oh, to be an entertainer like her. Damn. She's an icon, she's a legend. But yeah. She used to be on Vine. Yes! I think she actually re-uploaded some of her Vines on YouTube or on TikTok. I remember seeing a couple of them. I like how she always adds skits within her analysis videos. So it's like very entertaining to watch. If somebody used to be in Vine, they're automatically funny. I feel like we need to run some statistics on that. I feel like not necessarily. But maybe. But yeah. Okay. Okay, we will believe blindly. We will believe blindly that everyone in Wine was hilarious and is hilarious to this day. Which is a little bit pretentious to believe in something like this, but that's okay. I'm a believer. Believe. There was a sound of a guy singing this very, very fast. Could never be me. How do people sing fast? In any language, to be fair. Damn, she my queen, happy to see you all sparkling, smiling, miracles. Ah! Oh my god! Thank you. I will read it after the stream and respond you after the stream then. We will be ending shortly anyways. Do you know why I'm sparkling and smiling though? I had too much sugar. I drank bubble tea. Oh my god. Worth it. Worth it. I'm so sad that not many bubble tea shops actually make lactose-free drinks. Because the one that I'm buying from, they don't use like plant milk or regular milk. Well, they do have regular milk for one of their drinks, but usually they just use the milk powder, and it's like either lactose or non-lactose, and they just add water and it becomes the milk. Yep. And the consistency is also so much better for the tea. Because I feel like milk is too heavy for the tea in the consistency, in the texture. But this like mixture of milk powder and water, I eat that up. Yep. But yeah, guys, I'm thinking we should leave it here. I think we should call it a day. Let me see when I will be streaming the next time. Oh, I had a question for you guys. Since I am working, unfortunately, you can see that my streaming schedule have been shifting a lot. So it's like whenever I stream, I cannot like schedule it properly as it used to be on Thursday and on Sunday. So I've been thinking, should we keep it gorilla streams for a while? So like not me trying to stream on Thursday and Sunday, but instead just streaming on my free days when I don't work. But it will not necessarily be Thursday and Sunday each time. Gorilla, like Guer. Illa. That is a term that was introduced to me by fellow Twitch streamers. Apparently, it means like a stream that is not essentially announced by schedule. So you just go stream, you just go live. So I'm thinking the time would be the same, 7 p.m. GMT, but it will not always be Thursday and Sunday. I will just announce it a little bit ahead that, for example, I'm going to stream on Monday, and then like a couple days before I will be like, oh, stream is on Monday at 7 p.m. GMT. Do we want to keep it like that, or do we want to like not stream at all? I don't know. I personally find later streams. I don't think I will be shifting time to later, but I'm talking about days. I'm speaking like instead of keeping it on Thursday and Sunday firmly, it will be sometimes on Monday, sometimes on Wednesday, sometimes on like Friday, but the same time. What do you think? Or do we want to try to keep up to the schedule of Thursday and Sunday, but it's just sometimes I will not be able to stream on those days? Whenever you feel like it. Okay. I will think then. Okay, so for the next stream then, if we apply this new system that I just stream on my free days, the next stream will be on 29th. Let's try to do that. Yes, let's actually try to do that. There will be no consistent days for streaming, but it will be consistent time. 7 p.m. GMT as usual. Okay, so on that note, I will be wrapping it up then, and I will see you guys on 29th. I don't know yet what we will be doing. I do have like a lot of games in mind. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to my TED Talk today. I hope you enjoyed my rambling. If you tuned in lately, if you tuned in late, you can always go check out the VODs. I do not delete them. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments under the VOD if you have something to share. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and may the stars let us meet again. Bye-bye.